Here are the 10 things I wish I knew on my 20s. Number one, know yourself. Knowing thyself is the greatest power you can ever wish to have and you can ever have. And when I say know yourself, I mean literally know yourself. Your weaknesses, your strength, your traumas, your insecurities. Learn to define what is happiness for you, what is success for you, what is fun for you. And to know yourself, it is a process because when we grow up, right, when we are kids, we are like a sponge. We have our parents, our friends, associates, aunties, go to school. It's like we receive plenty information from outside people, outside forces, outside entities, but we don't take time to receive the information from within. We don't take time to get to know the information that we have within us that is about us. So one of the greatest things I wish I did on my 20s was to get to know myself and define. With getting to know yourself, it includes defining life based on your own terms and not based on other people's terms. Know yourself as of, oh, if I do this, it's because I have my reasons to do it. If I say this, it's because I have my reasons to say it. If I think this, is because I have my reasons to think it. You know yourself and you become responsible of your life because you assume and you understand that whatever happens is because you did it. Nobody is making the decisions for you. Nobody is taking the choices for you. Nobody is living your life for you. So whatever is going on in your life, you have been the one who choose it. For example, if your life right now is not the way you want, there is nobody else to blame. Only you can blame yourself. So get to know yourself. Define what is happiness for you, not for other people or society. What is joy for you? What does success look like to you? What does fun look like to you? Get to know yourself. And it is a process because since we are not statues and we get to change, the process of getting to know who you truly are is important because once you know who you are, nobody can tell you who to be or who not to be. Second thing I wish I knew in my 20s is that university, college does not mean education, does not mean wisdom, does not mean you are smart. For example, some people have called me, some people think I'm very smart, very intelligent. And if I tell you that my intelligence doesn't come from my grade from the school, will you believe me? Fun, right? Not that I'm a bad student. I can show you right now my GPA 4.0. I'm not saying it to brag. I'm just saying it to give credibility for what I'm saying. But my wisdom, my education, the intelligence that I have or how intelligent I am nowadays is not thanks to school. Because university, college is not going to teach you how to think for yourself. It's not going to teach you critical thinking. It's not going to teach you emotional intelligence. It's not going to teach you high demand skills that you can put in the market and receive money for it. Because when you go to school, you sit down, you listen to a professor, you take notes, then you go home, then you get tested. And when you get tested, if you fail, they're going to beat you down, they're going to punish you, they're going to give you a bad grade. But in real life, failing, making mistakes is completely acceptable. Failing, making mistakes is something that, oh, I failed, which means I can learn from this. I made a mistake, which means I can learn from this. But no, school doesn't say it. School said if you fail, you are a loser. Something is wrong with you. If you made a mistake, you're not supposed to make mistakes. You're supposed to listen to what the professor says and do what the professor says. Because if you think different than the professor, something is wrong with you, you are stupid, which doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense because the professor is teaching me something that is in the book. And also, university, college, high school, the education you receive there, the information you receive there is limited because they're going to teach you what is in the curriculum. They're going to teach you what is in the books. They're going to teach you what they want you to know, right? And that's a specific and limited information. And I wish I knew that on my 20s because I was struggling. No, I want to have this grade. Oh, I have to go in class on time. Oh, I have to this. All of those have to that I have when I was in school. I'm still in university nowadays, but I already learned that the things that I have to learn that are going to elevate my life, I'm not gonna get them from only relying on what my professor is gonna tell me. Sometimes I go to class, there are some things that I didn't understand, and I will go home and do my own research. I will read books, I will listen to podcasts, where I will ask people that older than me, and they're gonna give me a new perspective. And from that new perspective, I will even have a better grade thanks to the perspective I receive from listening to podcasts, from reading books, more than just university, college. And also because, and people nowadays, for example, some parents, they want their kids to go to school so they can brag about it with the other friends. Be like, oh, my kid went to this university. My kid went to this school. Do you see my kid? My kid is doing good. So they are using you as a trophy. Like, oh, see my kid is brilliant. My kid is this and this and that. But I'm here to tell you, like, education, knowledge does not come from university, does not come from school. It comes from life, because true wisdom is going to come from you experiencing. You experiencing the things, you doing the things is going to give you the greatest power, more than any professor, any school, or any test can give you. So again, do not rely on university, on college or high school for you to be educated, for you to be smart, for you to be knowledgeable. Rely on you having critical thinking, you learning skills, you reading books, and you learning from your own self, from your mistakes and from your failures. Because if you only rely on the education you receive in school, your education is going to have a limited date. Because guess what? Your degree has a date, but your education does not have a due date. Because you can learn from anything and anyone. And the moment you stop learning, I think you are dead. So again, university, college does not guarantee education and does not guarantee success. For example, how many people you know that have university, college degrees, but they don't have a job? They are homeless, or they don't know how to deal with their emotions, or they are depressed, or they don't know what to do with their life, but they have these huge degrees. Why? Because going to school does not guarantee you that you are going to be successful. Number 3, I wish I knew in my 20s that business is all about solving problems. If I knew this earlier, that would have saved me a lot of pain, a lot of time, but it was necessary because the pain teach me. Business is about solving problems. If you are thinking about starting a business, or if you have a business right now, ask yourself, which problem am I solving? Find the problem, bring the solution, they're going to give you money. Business is all about solving problems, because the greatest business you see nowadays, they are solving problems, or they have things that people need. Basically, they have created a product, a service that it is a necessity. So if you want your business to succeed, create something that people want, create something that solves people's issues, create something that have demand, create something that produce results that bring benefits. For example, Microsoft, right? Nowadays, if you go to school, or even if you have a job, there is no way you're not going to use Word, or you're not going to use you will need a software to make documents to write. So right now, what Microsoft has it, which means people are going to constantly go into it. Uber, people don't have a car, but they want to move around. Boom, Uber is there, right? So and also see the bigger businesses. Look what they are doing and you learn from them, because you can either learn from your mistakes or you can learn from other people's mistakes. You can either learn from other people's success or you can learn from your own success. So again, business is just about solving problems. No matter how hard you say you can work, or no matter how hard you don't work, it's all about solving problems. The more problems you solve, the more money will come to you. The more solutions you bring, the more products that people want, that people need, the more money you're going to have. Don't create something that nobody wants, that nobody cares about, because the business is about satisfying your customers. It's not about you. So again, business is all about solving problems, period. Third thing, life is just life. I'm going to say it again. Life is just life. But us humans, we made it complicated by judging ourselves because we are unhappy, because we don't have a lot of money, because we are not succeeding, because we are not being where everybody else is being. Meanwhile, life is just life, period. For example, today is raining. So, today is raining. What do I do about it? Adjust and move on. Today the sun is outside. Okay, the sun is out. What do I do about it? Nothing. Get it and move on. Instead of you trying to change life to please you or to make life about you, simply let life be and you adjust. Don't try to change life or control life. Change your attitude, change your mindset, change your perspective towards things, and your life is I think life is going to be better. Because me, I struggled a lot with it. I was like, I was complaining. Oh my God, it's sunny now. Oh no, it's raining, but I wanted to go play soccer. Oh my God, why life is so hot? The time I was wasting complaining about life it is, I wish I would have just accepted it. Life is just life. You move on. And also because with you or without you, life continues. So instead of you spending time complaining about the things that you cannot control, the things that you cannot change about life, simply accept it, change your attitude, change your perspective, and move on, because life is not going to change for you. No matter if you don't like that the sun is out every day, the sun will always come out. I'm sorry. No matter if, oh my God, it's raining, I hate it. No matter if you hate it, it's going to keep raining. Instead of you beating yourself up because the day is not as you wanted, simply accept the day that is just the day and move on. Life happens, you adjust. Instead of you beating up yourself because life is not the way you want, simply accept, acknowledge what is going on in your life and move on with it. Change whatever is in your control, and what is not under your control, drop it. I'm going to say it again. What is not on your control, drop it. You cannot control the weather. You cannot control other people. You cannot control what's going to happen tomorrow. You cannot control if you're going to be successful or not. However, you can control your attitude. You can control your mindset. You can control your habits. You can control your behaviors. You can control your work ethic. Instead of you focusing on the things you cannot control, focus on what you can control. And life is just life. No matter if you are happy, successful, broke, miserable, billionaire, or not billionaire, life is just life. You want to change what's going on in your life? Go ahead and change it. But don't beat up yourself because life is not the way you want it to be. Adjust. Number 5, allow yourself to fail, allow yourself to not be okay, allow yourself to be miserable, allow yourself to cry, allow yourself to make mistakes. I struggle with that a lot because I used to beat up myself every single time I would make a mistake. Every single time I would do something that is wrong. Every single time I will fail. Every single time I will be wrong. I would, oh my God, Christina, see again, see, you are not good enough. You just made this mistake. You just fell like this. Always you, always doing things that are wrong. Look at you now. I used to beat myself up so much for failing, for being wrong, for not being okay. I used to not allow myself to not be okay. Always trying to be happy, trying to be successful. But I learned it the hard way, and nowadays I'm allowing myself to fail. I'm allowing myself to cry. I'm allowing myself to not be okay because I understand that I am a human being. I'm not a robot. I'm allowed to cry. I'm allowed to fail. I'm allowed to make mistakes. And instead of me beating up myself every time I'm wrong or every time I made a mistake, I simply ask myself, what can I learn from this mistake? What can I learn from this failure? What can I learn from this situation? How can I make this situation work to my advantage? The pain I'm feeling right now, what does this pain trying to teach me? That way, if I'm crying, I allow myself to cry. I allow myself to suck. I allow myself to make mistakes. I allow myself to not be number one. I allow myself to be wrong. Nowadays, I can perfectly say, I don't know, you teach me. I allow myself to not have it figured out because there are some things that I don't know about life. And I'm perfectly okay of saying, I don't know. That way I can educate myself. So don't be like me and learn it today, now, that it is okay for you to make mistakes. It is okay for you to fail. It is okay for you to cry. It is okay for you to not be okay. Don't beat up yourself every time you fail, every time you cry, every time you make a mistake. Simply accept it. Let yourself not be okay. Let yourself cry. Let yourself go through the pain of whatever you did that went wrong, because pain can be one of the greatest teachers. The pain can teach you. Pain can empower you. What I always tell myself is that the pain will leave me once it's done teaching me. And once I start allowing myself to fail, make mistakes, be wrong, life became so much peaceful, because I wasn't trying to be this character that is perfect, that doesn't make mistakes, that doesn't fail, that is always right, that is strong, that is smart. No. I'm allowing myself to not be okay. I allow myself to cry. I made a mistake. I'm gonna say it publicly. For example, here on YouTube, how many times I have said something on a video, but I was wrong, then I corrected myself. Or I have created a video that didn't have a lot of views or likes. That can be a failure, but I see it as a learning experience. If a video doesn't go, I thought, I'm okay, Christina, this video, you fell at this. What can you learn from this? So again, please, learn this as early as you can. Allow yourself to cry. Allow yourself to not be okay. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Me, I'm not perfect, and I don't want to be perfect. As long as I'm me, as I said at the first thing, right? Know yourself. As long as I know myself, I'm perfectly fine. Number 6. You are whatever you consume consistently. I'm going to say it again. You are whatever you consume consistently. You are whatever you spend the most time with. And when I say consume, I mean literally consume. Food, music, the people that are around with, your environment, the things that you do. Anything that you spend your energy, your time, you're gonna become that. Do you know why? Because whatever you consume a lot, whatever you consume consistently is gonna become part of you. That goes to the music you listen to, the food you eat, the people you hang out around with, what you watch on TV, the things you keep on your phone, the conversations you have, the way you dress. Whatever you consume consistently, that's exactly what you become. So once I found out about that, once I learned it, I was like, oh, so I'm going to consume things that I enjoy. So every day I consume positivity, I consume kindness. Every day I work out. Every day I drink water. I spend time under the sun. I eat healthy. Why? Because those are the things that I want to become. So I have to do those things so I can become those things, right? Because ask yourself, if you spend your every day, all day complaining, being negative, talking shit about others, talking crap, you're going to remain that way, because that's what you consume every single day. However, if you consume positivity, if you consume kindness, you're going to become, you cannot help it, because whatever you do for the longest period of time consistently, you cannot help it. You're going to become that. You're going to become that. So now ask yourself, what are the things that you are doing consistently? Does those things beneficiate you, or does those things destroy you? Does those things educate you, empower you, or those things make you weak, miserable? It's on you to choose. But again, whatever you consume consistently, that's exactly what you become. So ask yourself, what are the things that I'm consuming consistently? Whatever you do consistently, that's what you become. Whatever it is that you do. If you spend consistently talking about others, drama, negativity, that's what you're going to become. But if you spend time listening about positivity, kindness, educating yourself, learning skills, that's what you are going to become. Whatever you consume consistently, whatever you spend the most time with, you are going to become. Number 7, I think, focus. Oh wow. If I can teach you one greatest skill, is to focus. Have crystal focus. Know what you want for your life and stick with it. Period. Focus. Pick something, focus on it. For example, if you have a business idea, you don't need thousands of side hustles. I have this side hustle, I have this. No. You need to focus on one thing, one product, one service, one goal, one dream, one skill, one business. Focus on one thing. And if you are not tremendously good at that one thing, do not split your attention, do not split your focus. Focus on what you want and stick with it. Focus. Because we humans, right, we don't, in my opinion, right, the attention we have, if you put your attention on 4 different businesses, you will not grow the same if you just put your attention in one single business. Also, because look at the bigger people, the one that have the more successful business, or whoever you think is successful to you. They started with one thing, one skill, one product, one service, one business. And once that thing was big enough, huge enough, they split it. Because they understand that your focus extremely important, because whatever you put your extremely focus, it tends to grow. So instead of putting your focus on 10 things, put your focus on one single thing and let that thing grow. Focus. The same applies to goals, because me, I made a mistake. I'm gonna share that with you. There was a time that I was trying to build a workout business. I was trying to build a clothing brand. I was trying to build a cleanest business, and I was trying to increase my followers on TikTok. I had those 4 things, but guess what? None of them succeed. I failed at 4 of them. Yes, I didn't know why. But as I go in time, I'm like, Christina, what if instead of you focusing on those 4 things, you will have focused on one thing at a time? How successful you have been. I was like, wow. Focus, have crystal focus, have a plan and stick to it and be consistent with it. Because me nowadays, I can perfectly say, I'm going to focus on making videos or YouTube videos for 5 years straight without stopping. That's the focus I have. And I'm willing to do that without putting my attention in nothing else. Because I know that once won that video, make it big, that's it. I don't have to win one time and that's it. But if you have your focus, your attention on multiple things, you will not get none of them done. You will not improve in none of them. So do not try to be, and also you cannot be everywhere at once. It's either you are one place, you are present, or you are not. That applies with skills and business. Focus on one thing and stick to it. Focus on one thing and stick to it, and eliminate distractions. Whatever is not serving your goal, your dream, your ambition, your mission, whatever is not empowering you, whatever is not making you love yourself more, delete it. Cut it off. Don't even bring it around. Remove distraction and have crystal focus. If you can focus on one thing for 10 years, imagine how incredibly good you're gonna be. Just imagine if you focus 1 year doing one specific thing, working on one specific idea, one specific project, one specific skill, one specific business. You know how far you can go? I made that mistake. I tried to do multiple things all at once and it didn't work. And I hope you can learn. That's something that I wish I knew in my 20s. To focus. Learn to focus on what is important. Learn to focus on what matters. Learn to focus on the priority. Learn to focus on the main thing. Learn to focus on what is number 1. And whatever is not part of the focus, part of the plan, delete it. Remove it. Number 8. This is a big one. It took me a lot of pain and tears to learn this, but I'm glad I did. Now I can share it with you. Do not let people guide you. Do not let people guide you. Not even me. Let your results, let your outcomes guide you. Do not let people guide you. That's why on my videos, I always say, do not listen to me. Do your own research. Do not let people guide you, because people's opinion might limit you. People's opinion might put you down. People's opinion might give you a little peak. People's opinion might give you 5%. People's opinion might give you this road. However, if you follow the results of your actions, you will have the perfect guidance. Because there is no better teacher than your actions, right? Listen to your outcomes. If you did something, okay, why does that bring up? Oh, I did this, I have this. I don't like the result, so I must change this. You do that by analyzing the outcomes, by listening to your outcomes, not people. Listen to your results. Whatever brings the result that you want, keep doing it. Whatever bring the outcomes that you want, keep doing it. Do not listen to people. Don't let people guide you, not even me. Don't listen to me. Listen to the own result and the thing that you are doing and producing. If you are doing something and the result that you receive, you don't like the result, change whatever you are doing. Right? Because if you do the exact same things, you don't receive the same result. But if you don't like the result, why will you keep doing the same thing and saying it right? Do not let people guide you. Let your outcomes, let your result guide you. That way you can have that self-awareness. You can know that, okay, based on what you did, based on what you said, based on your thinking, based on your action, based on your mindset, you receive this outcome. And if the outcome is not what you want or what you like, change it. But you change you. Because if you change you, the outcome is going to change. So again, do not let people guide you. Let your outcomes, let the results guide you, not people. Number 9. It is okay to not have life figured out by any age. It is completely okay to not have it figured out. And I'm saying this because in my opinion, society is like, oh, you have to be a millionaire. You have to have money. You have to go to school, graduate, have kids, retire. You have to do, you have to retire. You have to have that figured out when you're 20. You have to be a millionaire by 30. You have to be a millionaire by 20. No. Silence the noise. Silence the noise. This idea that we have to follow society standards. That's what I told you at the beginning. Live your life based on your own standards. Get to know yourself. Because it is okay to not have it figured out. It is okay to not have the big business, the big idea, to not make the big million. It is okay to not have the kids. It is okay to not be married. It is okay to not be successful by 20. It is okay to not have a college degree. It is okay to fail. This idea that we all must be successful, we all must make it in life, we all must be happy is a whole crap, is a scam. Do not buy into that. It is okay to not have it figured out. It is okay for you to not know what you want. It is okay to not have your life together, because guess what? Your life is yours. You are the one living it. You are the one experiencing it. So why will you let somebody else tell you what it is that you're supposed to be doing? How did they know? Are they the one living your life? No. You are not stuck. You are not lost. You are simply where you are supposed to be, because the experiences that you are having right now are required for you to excel, for you to advance. Whatever you are going through right now, whatever you are living, thinking, experiencing right now, it is what you are supposed to be doing, because guess what? You have your own timing, you have your own path. Life is not a competition. You are not supposed to have it figured out by 30, by 40, by 20, by 100. No. You need to have it figured out. I struggle with it, because I was like, oh no, I'm in my 20s. Okay, I don't have this. Oh, I haven't graduated. Oh my God, my friends are getting married. My friends have kids. My friends have a house. My friends have a car, but I don't have it. And I was feeling so miserable doing that. But nowadays I don't, because I did understand that I have my own timing. I have my own path, and it is okay to not have it figured out. It is okay. Nobody can figure out your life for you. That's on you to do. And if you haven't yet, you haven't. Don't beat up yourself because you are not where society tells you're supposed to be. No. You are in your own life. You are experiencing your own life. You are the only creator. You are the only one living your life. So it is okay to not have it figured out by any age. It is okay to not have the million, the trillion, to not be married, to not have kids. It is okay. Again, life is not a competition. You are alive, which means you are allowed to change things, to start over, to do something. It goes wrong, you learn, to experience, to learn, to try. You are here to live your life, and life is just life. So don't beat up yourself because you don't have it figured out, because you don't have this and that. No. Do not compare yourself to nobody. Other people's success can motivate you, can inspire you, but do not compare other people's success with you. For example, what I see is that if somebody else succeeds at something, I'm like, oh, that person did it? It means that I can do it too. I'm not comparing myself to him or to her. I simply taking his or her success, I got it as motivation for me. But I don't compare myself. It is okay if you don't have the degree. It is okay if you don't have kids. It is okay if you are not married. It is okay if you are single. It is okay if you are not business idea. It is okay if you are not famous. It is okay if you don't have what your friends have. It is okay. Okay? Take a break. Chill. Chill. Don't let society pressure you to do the things that you don't want to do. Chill. It took me time and pain, and I'm sharing that with you so you don't have to go through the pain that I went through. Chill. It is okay to not have it figured out. Life is not a competition. As I say in number 3 and in number 4, life is just life. Period. 10. The last is learn to think for yourself. This is a big one. Learn to think for yourself. Learn to think for yourself. Learn to question things. Learn to disagree with the things that you don't believe in. Learn to think for yourself. Learn to have a plan for your own self. Because guess what? If you are not using your own brain to think for yourself, then somebody is using your brain to think for them or to think things that are going to beneficiate them. And if you don't have a plan for your own life, you are going to end up in somebody else's plan. Allow yourself to think different. Allow yourself to behave different. Allow yourself to just be different. Me, I don't want to be like nobody. I want to be me. Right? Biologically, we are different. So what would you expect? What would you wish to think, to behave, to be like somebody else? No, that's crap. Think for yourself. You are allowed to disagree. And whatever belief that don't empower you, don't serve you, are not aligned with who you are, drop them. Drop them. You are allowed to disagree. You are allowed to think for yourself. Do not let nobody control your mind, control your thoughts. Because if you don't have power of your mind, then you are a slave. Because somebody else is controlling the outcome of your life. Because from your thoughts, your behavior, your actions, you create your life. So if you are not in control of your thoughts, your actions, then somebody else is controlling you, somebody else is manipulating you. And think for yourself. Because if you can think for yourself and stand up for yourself, nobody will manipulate you, abuse you, or treat you as a piece of shit, or control you. But if you don't have critical thinking, if you don't know how to think for yourself, people are going to control you, manipulate you, and treat you as a piece of shit. So again, think for yourself. Be able to do things different. Have your own thoughts, your own mindset, your own belief, and question things. Do not accept it. Oh, because the government say, because politicians say, because my mother say, because religion say, because Christina say. No. Question things. Learn to think for yourself. All of those things I wish I knew in my 20s. Took me time, pain, tears to learn them. And I'm sharing them with you now so you don't have to go through what I went through. Take whatever resonates and leave what doesn't. And if this video was helpful, please let me know in the comment which one of these 10 things impacted you the most, which one are you struggling with the most, which one do you agree with or disagree with, and subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Whew, I did it. I'm glad I did this video, right? Because those things I struggle with them a lot, but now I'm free. I'm me, and it took me pain to learn all of those things. I wish I knew this earlier. I wish I knew all of this earlier. I wish I knew this on my 20s. I wish, but now that I know it, I'm good. Because if you know better, you do better. Subscribe and see you in the next video.